Hey everybody, Michael Snyder at California Weather Watch. Today is June 7th, and right now we're looking at the mid-level water vapor loop here. And you can see this upper level low shows up nicely on that water vapor loop here, spinning across the state, keeping temperatures suppressed for the most part and enhancing some thunderstorm activity. And as this one starts to move off and weaken, we are going to replace it with another one. We'll take a look at those details. As you can see, this energy out over the Pacific is going to bring another one. It's going to set up over California as well. And we'll look at that here in a moment. Just a reminder, if you want a nice, affordable home weather station that's very accurate, all solar powered, it's all wireless, it's got an ultrasonic anemometer. Can't recommend this one enough. Click on the link down below to save 10% off on that. Now looking at this Southwestern California climate data for May 2023, as you can see, the average mean generally below the 30-year mean here, so the below average temperatures for the month of May, you weren't just imagining it, and the total precipitation amounts above the normal precip amounts. Although California, of course, we are not that wet for this time of year, but it is nice to see the above average precipitation. This is looking at high temperature forecast. Wednesday's afternoon highs. Look at Eureka, 57. Quite chilly along the immediate coastline, especially if you're dealing with a marine layer and that brisk north wind and the cool ocean temperatures out there. If you want to warm up, you know what to do. Just go inland a little bit here, or out towards the desert areas. You guys know the drill. This is precip chances today. Check it out. Las Vegas, even Death Valley, and even Tonopah out there could get a thunderstorm. And anywhere you get one of these thunderstorms, you could pick up more than a quarter of an inch in any one of those downpours out there. The timing late morning through evening, and this was issued this morning. Here we go. A few strong thunderstorms possible today. National Weather Service Hanford. You can see even Fresno, Sonora up there, and of course the higher terrain of the Sierra Nevada, even Tonopah, Nevada. I worked at the National Weather Service there for just about a year. Bakersfield, California here, Fraser Park out there. You can't rule out a thunderstorm, even including some of the I-5 corridor there. So of course if thunder roars, go indoors. Now, taking a look, day one categorical, even some severe potential here across Northern California, Northern Nevada, on in through Oregon and Idaho today. Tomorrow, right now, just a general thunderstorm threat, Northern California and the higher terrain of the Sierra Nevada, and much of Nevada, by the way, as well. This is looking at the snow water equivalent, and you can see we're now down below that 90th percentile, about 15 inches of snow water equivalent averaged across the entire state. Look at the median for this time of year is down almost to an inch here. So we are almost snow-free usually at this time of year, but you can clearly see the decline is occurring though here, especially over the last month or so. Now this is looking at that upper level low, about 500 millibars, 18,000 feet. This is last night's European run. And if I put this into motion, I'm going to see that one weaken and move off, and we replace it as we go on in through this weekend. Another one wants to set up shop here across the state. So we'll watch this a little bit closer tomorrow. We're going to pay a little bit more attention to that for some more extreme detail here tomorrow. So we'll watch that one. The NAM 3 cam will have more data on it, so we're going to get more information about it. So we'll see where it's going to try to enhance some thunderstorm activity as we go through this weekend. This is the NAM 3 cam, hot off the presses, the 12Z run. So as we go through the day today, you can kind of see the spin in the atmosphere here, kind of enhancing some of the thunderstorm activity. Maybe go out there and catch a lightning strike across Death Valley or Las Vegas as you go through the day today, and you can kind of see that spin move up across the northern portions of Nevada here as you go on in through Thursday. And you see them pop up again during those afternoon and evening hours here. And you can't even rule out a severe thunderstorm today or tomorrow, really, even across Northern California and some of Northern Nevada coming up here. And then as we scroll further on, you can see some of this thunderstorm activity across Nevada. But look out here. You can see the next one starting to bear down on California, coming across the Pacific towards the state. This is looking at the temperature at 700 millibars, about 10,000 feet. You can see the spin in the atmosphere with that cold air here spinning around, and kind of modifies a bit, starts to move off to the north and east here, and then look what looms across the Pacific. We're going to try to replace that with another upper level low 60 hours out. This would be about Friday afternoon here, so that prog to come in some point this weekend. This is looking at the European 500 millibars, 18,000 feet. You can see that upper level low over the state currently put into motion. You can see it weaken somewhat, move off to the northeast, and then the next one replenishes it here and replaces it across the state. This would be about Saturday afternoon, as you can see it off the Southern California coastline there. And again, we'll go into some more detail on what kind of local weather phenomena we can expect with this. Probably get some enhancement again for thunderstorm activity and suppressive temperatures across the state, but we'll kind of look at the high resolution models and what they have to say about this low coming in as we go on into tomorrow a little bit more. This is 2-meter temperature anomaly. You can see the temperature is kind of being suppressed across some portions of Nevada and California here, all the way out as we go on into the weekend here. And that next low will come and take its place and keep things a little bit below average across the state. This is day 2 excessive rainfall outlook. So really anywhere across this area here, the Sierra Nevada, the next 3 days, you could be, dealing with some localized flooding out there. You can see the big flooding concerns across some of Montana and Idaho, but Northern California and the Sierra Nevada, you can't really rule that out. And here's day 3 here. It does include the Sierra Nevada again. But here's looking at daily max 2-meter temperature, and you can kind of see the desert's warmer, cooler along the coastlines, of course, a little bit warmer inland. Go through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can see the temperature is kind of suppressed a bit here, but then maybe bouncing back as we go through the following week here. But that's kind of far out in fantasy land. We'll kind of see if that comes to fruition there over the next few days. This is looking, again, I've mentioned this probably a couple times now, but this is the June 1st European forecast. Virtually every ensemble run has it. Moderate or greater El Nino, and about 80% of the ensemble runs have us into a strong El Nino coming up here. So interesting times as we potentially move in towards this strong El Nino, and even maybe a very strong El Nino as we go through the fall and winter months coming up. This is currently Nino 3.4 across the equatorial Pacific, 5 north and 5 south of the equator. You can see South America, Australia, the Hawaiian Islands, and Mexico here. So this is where we measure those ENSO conditions that we commonly refer to. And you can see we are 0.8. So we are warming up quite nicely here across the equatorial Pacific. You can see we paused there a bit in neutral conditions. Now we're moving into El Nino conditions. However, we will not be officially considered an El Nino until we sit there for about 3 months. So very little doubt we're headed that way. But yeah, we're already in those conditions as we speak. This is looking at the CFS, the most recent run here, again showing us headed towards a strong El Nino coming up here. And you can see July, August, September, October, November, December, January, that impressive warm tongue coming across the equatorial Pacific. Classic La Nina signature. Looks like it's on its way, folks. But anyway, yeah, we'll watch this in a little more detail tomorrow as this upper level low starts to move towards the state here, and this one starts to eject out of the region here. But you could get some interesting thunderstorm activity, again, across some of the desert areas, including Death Valley, Tonopah, Las Vegas, some of the higher terrain today. So, if you're out and about, send me a picture on Twitter. And if you're lucky enough to go out to Death Valley, try to catch a lightning strike out there, maybe across Las Vegas as you go through the day in the evening hours on in through tonight. But yeah, a couple more days of this low here, and another one's going to be replacing it. A little bit below average temperatures, so not bad. I know that you guys will be taking that here because you know it could potentially be coming up during the summertime. But anyway, yeah, we'll continue to watch this weather. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.